king? And you never told us?
Alright guys, so I'm just starting off by showing you how my skin looks before the facial. And the first thing that I'm going to do is go in with my soap, and I use African Black Soap by Shea Moisture. And then I'm going to be using this facial brush that I got from Duvolle. I will definitely link it down below. And it comes with a pumice stone for your feet, a body brush, and then 2 facial brushes. And one is an exfoliating brush and the other is just like a cleansing brush. And so I actually started off with the exfoliating brush, but I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. It definitely works for exfoliation, and I guess that's a good way to start my facial. But after I do this, I am gonna go back in. So I rinsed my face off, lathered it up again, and then I went back in with the regular facial cleansing brush. And as you can see, it's definitely foaming and sudsing up much better. And that is kind of what I was looking for. So I used the facial brush for this part and got a nice deep clean. You guys, this felt so good, and I think I'm definitely going to be using this like every night for sure. I think twice a day might be a little bit much for my skin because it's kind of sensitive, but I would definitely use this thing every night. So after I went ahead and rinsed it off, I am going to now just pat my face dry with a towel. And yeah, I was trying to show you guys my chin, because when I look in this magnifying mirror that I have, I can definitely see like some little, I don't know, blackheads or something in my chin that are not supposed to be there, but I'll talk more about that later. So now I'm moving on to steaming, and I'm just taking some boiling hot water and pouring it in this little container. And I definitely should have gotten a bigger towel. I don't know what I was thinking, but I like to cover my head when I'm steaming because it just kind of traps all the hot air and really opens up your pores. So after doing that for about 5 minutes, I'm going to take some baking soda and some of that water and just make a paste to rub all over my face. I was watching videos of people doing this before, and they said that this helps to kind of pull all the sebaceous glands or the sebum, whatever it's called, all that oil and dirt, it gets pulled to the surface before you apply your mask, and it's supposed to help get it out of your pores more than if you didn't do this. So after I put that on my face, I'm going to start making my mask. And I know you guys have seen people do this before, but I'm just taking some regular Elmer's glue, pouring it into a little container. Then I'm taking these charcoal pills, and I think I used about 3 of them, and I just had to cut it open and then dump the charcoal into the glue. And yeah, like I said, I think I used about 3 pills, and then I just mixed it up with a paintbrush until it was all nicely mixed together. And then once I was done mixing, I went ahead and wiped off this baking soda with the towel and some warm water. And I also read that when you're applying the facial or whatever you're applying to try and get all that gunk out of your pores, that you should do it on wet skin. I don't know how true that is, but I just went ahead and left my skin wet when I applied this mask. So now I'm just gonna paint the mask onto my face, and you just want to be careful to try and not get any areas that have hair, like your hairline or your eyebrows. I definitely did touch my eyebrow a little bit, but I just went in with a Q-tip before the mask dried, and I just wiped up and cleaned up that area. So it's not a big deal if you do get it on your hair, just don't let it dry on your hair. So make sure you wipe it off before the mask dries. And I definitely went ham on my chin area because, like I was saying before, I have this mirror that has one side that's magnified, and when I look at my chin, there's like these little things that stick out, and they're like black. It looks like hair, but when I pull it out, it just slips out. So it's like something in my pores that's clogged and just like hanging right there. It's not noticeable really, but when I look up close, I'm like, that is gross. And you're gonna see, because this mask definitely pulled them out, and I have footage of that, so you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna put it on my chin. I'm laying it on thick because I want those things out of my chin. So this is what it looks like once I'm done applying all of the mask. And then I just waited like, I don't know how long I waited, 30 minutes to an hour for it to completely dry. And you definitely want to make sure that it's dry before you remove it, otherwise it'll just be wet underneath. So I was pretty sure it was dry, and I was trying to smile just because I thought it was funny. But anyway, I'm just gonna start by removing the mask from my chin and then work my way up. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen people doing this before and saying like, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. And to be honest, it didn't hurt that bad to begin with. Like the bottom half of my face was not bad, but the top half, that, oh my gosh, it was hurting so bad. So definitely just be mindful of that as well. Take your time, try not to think about it. And ooh, look, I just got a pore cleaned out. But anyway, take your time with this part. You don't want to like damage your skin or anything, so I would definitely suggest taking your time. Alright you guys, so here is the piece that was on my chin, and do you see those nasty little things? I was so creeped out, but I was so happy that they came out. Like, they just look like these nasty little fuzzy things. I do not know, but I think it's from, because I always rest my chin in my hand, and I think I just must be pushing a bunch of gunk up in there, and so it gets stuck. But this is the rest of the mask as well. You can see a few prominent pores, or you can see a few prominent areas where there was a bunch of gunk that got pulled out. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna go in with this ice cube. Actually, before I did this, I did rinse my face off with warm water. Now I'm going in with this ice cube. You guys, this part felt so good. I could literally do this all day. I would suggest for everyone to do this if you just want to relax and just make your face feel great, because this felt so freaking good. So I just went in with an ice cube, and it helps to close your pores back up so they're not just left open from all that facial steaming and rinsing with warm water and stuff. So just go ahead and close your pores back up with an ice cube or a cold towel or something. Alright, so now that my face is nice and cool, I'm going to go in with my toner. I use this Sea Breeze every night, and then just some cotton rounds. And I'm just going to get off anything that was left over. And I do try to remember when I'm doing things like this, for the most part, to try and go upward. I mean, on some points you don't have a choice, but I remember watching a video once and they said to go up is like a natural facelift. If you go down, you're promoting wrinkles and sagging skin. So there was excess dirt. That's why everyone should use a toner, because even if you think your face is clean, there's probably still a little bit more dirt on there. And then this is the second side. So I got it all off. So this is not something that I normally do, but I am gonna go in with some organic coconut oil. I really want to find like a good serum for my face, and I think I'm just gonna end up making my own, like rose oil. I'm just gonna drip a little bit into my hand, not too much, and put it on my hands and then on my face. Yeah, my skin still feels nice and cool. Oh, it feels soft too. I'm not even lying, y'all. It feels soft. I am also looking for something to fade the little bit of hyperpigmentation that I have. I do have some little tiny bumps. It's not even pimples. I think that might be from the heat, honestly, because those aren't always there, but I did notice them the past few days. But for like this hyperpigmentation, I definitely want to figure out a way to fade that. Get some of that excess off of there. This is what I use to moisturize my face every day and night. So I'm just gonna put some of this on. Ooh, it feels so soft, y'all. Definitely make sure you massage that too, your temples. Another thing I also want to mention is that if you want to have nice clear skin, you need to be drinking some water, honey, because this is definitely a key. It helps to flush out all the toxins from the inside. So I suggest everybody drink a lot of water too.